Alright! Woo! I love Sketchup, issue 39! So today, I'm going to be continuing my work on my phage pinup. I only work on this while waiting for people to show up in the lobby, so because of that, it takes me forever to draw it. Where am I? Hair? I'm at the hair. Alright, let's do this. Let's see. Start off with the darker colors. I do like to start off with the darker colors first. Having to draw on top of this is not going to be easy. Her hair's going to be tough. Let's just start off with the blue. I almost feel like that gradient I created I should have done. Okay, let's see if I can't get my reference shot of her. I always have it put away because I forget. There it is. There we are. Okay. I want that to become softer as I move out. Let's see here. That's going to be under red, which I guess I could go get right now. Dark red for her hair. That's not exactly done properly. Her hair is actually... Okay, maybe this, I'll make it darker under here. This is going to make more sense. There we go. That's a little better. Let's grab the blue. Hard blending two completely different color, a red and a blue, the way I am right now. Especially when you have to do like tons of shadows and shading for the hair. I want red. Excuse me. A lot of that's not going to stay that dark. I'm going to go over it afterwards. Just for right now. Especially on the top of her hair like this. Because all my light source is coming from on top of her head, so a lot of this is going to get real light. I just like to start with putting some shadows here and there, and then when I make it lighter afterwards, it still kind of keeps some of the outline of the shadows even though it's lighter, not as dark, when I'm doing my highlights. Okay. Let's switch to blue again. There we go. Alright, so I think that looks good for my basic color. I mean my darker color. Now let's go in with the medium colors. Make it really soft. I'm just going to come down from the top here. Go in and grab my darker color again. Just want to add a few lines here with the darker blue to keep it darker than normal. Alright. That's nice. Alright, now let's give her highlights for her hair. Alright, I guess we'll start with the red, and then I'll make my way down to the blue afterwards. And then I'll go over everything and blend it out a little better. Now, for starters, I do that classic anime shine. Give her another one up here. Another one down here. Just make that one a little bigger. So if anyone would like me to illustrate something for them, please write it down in the comment section, and I'll start doing a sketch. And I will draw you a sketch of what you desire. Now what I'm going to do is make this brush much smaller. After adding that classic anime sheen to her hair, I then like to go over it with like a really thin brush. Follow around the lines of that sheen. So it kind of feels like it's hair strands. I always find that looks nice. It's funny because I find when you zoom in it doesn't look the nicest in the world, but when you zoom out it looks really pretty. Like it works. Alright. Now that I've added the basics, I'm just going to add a couple of longer highlight strands here and there. weird that there's only one there. Should be a few, considering that this is like the top, more on the top of her hair. That's where all the light's going to be shining. I'm going to go over her hair again afterwards with like a soft light brush, so that way everything seems like it's kind of glowing, but not yet. Let's get this all the way down the bottom there. That's nice. That'll make it stand, like it'll make it pop out a little bit. There we are. I think that's good. Good. Before I do my shading once more, I'm gonna actually I guess I'll go with the highlight first that I wanted to do. Let's lower my brush sharpness almost to 0. Make this really big and just slightly go over this. That's too much. It turns the red into pink and I don't like that. I actually really like that red, so I think it's just going to be a little bit like that. And maybe a little like this. Let's do the blue. No, I don't like that. That's too straight down. Let's do something like that. Doesn't work for me. Let's get rid of this, and then I'll do something about that, but later. For now, let's just focus on this. Definitely gonna go over that with some darker colors. I don't like that. It's too bright. Let's grab this, lower the opacity. I mean, not the opacity, but there we go. That's better. Now what I'm gonna do is grab the regular blue and red. I'm gonna try and do some highlights here. Actually, it's pretty purple. Let's see if I can't just make my own. Normally I don't like making my own, but it's because I'm working with stuff from my comic, so I don't put as much detail in all of my individual paneled illustrations. That would be crazy. I'd never finish it. It would take me more than a year. Like, it takes me a year about to do an issue of my comic, and oh boy, if I If I spent the amount of time I spent on like my pinups on each individual illustration in my comic, I would never finish it. I'd still be on my first one. Maybe I'd be on my second one, maybe. But now I'm working on my fifth one, so... I mean, it looks nice, it's just that I don't put as much detail into it. Okay, let's grab this purple again and make it much darker. Yeah. I think it'll work. Harder brush. I don't like working with a soft one all the time. Okay. Now it's time to put some shading on this. Some shadows. But shadows and dust, Maximus. Alright, so one of them's definitely gonna be here. Oh, I forgot to put the soft blue. Alright, let's do that right now. Yeah, that's nice. Maybe just a little bit here. Not too much, but just a little. Just a little. I feel like that should have it there too. Just because the light's coming here, but she's blocking all that. But some of it might get lit up. I'm going to leave it like that. Her hair's super, super thick anyway. Almost like a big chunk of metal or wires. Alright, back to my darker colors. Dang it. There we go. There we are. I'm going to add a couple extra bramble lines, I think. It kind of bugs me that it looks like her hair isn't being intertwined with any of the bramble. I feel like it's definitely going in front of some of it, but not all of it. Makes her hair look like it's just one big chunk. I know I said I want it to feel like it's steel or metal or something like that, which I do. It's just her bramble's much stronger than that. Okay, let's grab this right here. Perfect. Move it ever so slightly over like that. And go into the blue. Nice. And I'm just going to softly put that like that. let's go into this bramble here. Let's see what I can mod. So first of all, I want some of this going in between her own hair. I know I had some of it doing it here, but it's not enough. Alright, that looks good. Oh, no it doesn't. If anything, this should just be one big piece. Like that. There we go. Let's do another one, like around here, I guess. I think that would be enough. It'll give you the impression that it's going through her hair well enough with that. Because after I'm done doing this, then I'm going to have to start coloring in all this bramble. Yeesh. That's going to be something. I'm used to color, actually even then, I'm used to coloring it in my comic. It's because she's not super prevalent in my comic at the moment. She's like one of the background students. She stands out so much. But it's because none of my students are really background students. They all have their stories. Let's just make this one go in further, like this. There, let's do something like that. Alright, that's gonna be nice. I think it's good enough like this. Oh, sorry. Unlock me that lair. A doop dap dee beep boom. Oh, I didn't color her eyes or the white of her eyes in. Or her teeth. Gotta do that. It's weird. So weird that I skipped that. Actually, I skipped a whole bunch of things. I went straight to the hair. Ugh. Alright, well, looks like I'm not doing the bramble just yet. Haha! I get to avoid it for a little longer. Alright, so for my white, I'll grab this. Let's try making that softer. Normally I like drawing the teeth and the inside of the mouth. Doing something like this is something I rarely do. So it's weird that I would put more detail into a comic character than my pinup. I think I'm actually just going to draw the teeth right now. Something like this. Alright, getting those teeth in there. Yeah, I think it'll look nicer like that. So let's grab some more white and get back in here. That's a little intense. Let's change that up a bit. I think I'm just going to make this one tooth. And this will be the other tooth. 4 is like a little too much teeth. They look too small. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. She's not necessarily human, but that's not how I wanted her to be. I'm gonna have to erase this because it's messing with the line of her mouth. Alright. Okay. Let's do those eyes. Phage. This is the eyes. eyes here. Now, I normally, you know, put in the black for the eyes and all that jazz, but this character doesn't have black. It's like a darker blue. Just really looking up. They're always looking up. No, not always, but a lot of the time. So that they don't get killed. Okay, let's grab a lighter blue here. Alright. Got my little reference illustration in front of me. I always have to look at it, just so I remember how I did certain things. This person's eyes isn't like the normal way that I draw eyes on my characters. I guess that's it. Then I guess I can put in the eye glow. No, that's too solid. There we go. So, again, if you'd like to see me draw something that you want, like if you want me to draw like a, it's only like, it's not going to be a pinup like the one I'm working on now, but if you'd like me to do a sketch of one of your own original characters or a character that you really like from another cartoon, just write it down in the comment section below. Or to the right, I'm not sure. I don't live stream on YouTube that often like I normally do on my live streaming on Facebook. Let's do it like this because I like how dark it is under her eye. There we are. I'm just gonna erase this one a tiny bit. That's better. Alright, now I gotta change up the line art because the line art on her eyes gets changed too. Remember that. I don't normally do that either. Normally I leave all my line art the color it's supposed to be. But with this character, she's got all these things that I do that I don't normally do. Better with the blue. Alright. Flashcat, hi. Hello. Would you like me to sketch you something out? I'm like taking free sketch requests while I was waiting for people to show up, because I don't normally do it this time, and I also normally do it on Facebook, so it's new to YouTube for me. But I'm open to taking request sketches. Usually if there's like more than one person asking for something too, I'll like mash up a bunch of the ideas. So if somebody asks for like Iron Man and somebody asks for like a Ninja Turtle, I'll like fuse them together to make like a, I don't know, Iron Man in a Ninja Turtle outfit, or a Ninja Turtle in an Iron Man outfit, which would make more sense. do this. So if you'd like me to sketch you something out, just write in the comments section. And if it is like an original character of yours, I would need reference. So if you have like a picture or a sketch or something like that, and you could link me to it, then I can go check it out. Alright, I'm going to make all of this a darker color. Battle Chatlin Morgan for Pokemon X and Y. Okay, hold on a sec. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna finish putting in these little details that I have here on my character, and then I'll go look it up. There we go. Actually, I don't like how light this is. Let me just make it a little darker. There we go. Save. Always good to save. Always tell myself that, just so I don't forget. Alright, so let's see. Battle Shetland Morgan. Oh man, that's a cool picture. Let me just copy this image. And I will put that reference right up here. It's always good to have reference, especially if you don't know what the character looks like. Now, would you like me to mash this character up with something else? Like, is there something else you have in mind that you're like, oh, that'd be cool? Because I normally will mash things up. Most people that do their live streaming drawings will just draw like regular characters, and I try to like mix it up a bit by mashing up everything I do with something else, like another idea or another character. That. And if you can't think of anything, it's okay. I'll probably think of something to mash her up with. Before starting my pose, I'm just going to think of something. Put my reference away for my comic character I was drawing. Serena or Florge? Oh, you want me to mix her with a Pokemon? Okay, that's cool. Okay, let me just grab some reference. Florge is a really pretty Pokemon. But Serena's one of my favorite ones, so I'm probably going to be going with her. If you like to mix things. I love mixing things! No, let's put that here instead. Alright, so let's see if we can't fuse a Pokemon with a trainer to make a Pokemon that trains themselves. I'm going to lower this just a little more. There, that should be good. I can tell through that Sailor Moon pic you did with Serena. That's how I found you. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I love Serena, and that Sailor Moon pic was really fun to draw. I love doing things like that. Mixing and matching. Okay. Oh man, this brush is so dark. I'm not used to that. That's better. Actually, let's just draw like a little sketch up here to give me an idea of what I can do. There's actually a manga where Poke fusions between trainers and Pokemon are actually a thing. That's cool. And it kind of makes me think of something you'd expect to see from like, or hear from Digimon. Digimon always did that kind of stuff. Well, I don't know if they ever fused their trainers. Okay, I think I've got an idea. Maybe I'll give her like a Chun-Li style pose, considering this character loves to kick. Give her the same kind of drill pieces that the Morgan seems to have on her head, and I'll put it on her feet. So it's like she's got like a sweet drill kick. And they both have the same kind of like poofy dress, so that kind of works out pretty well. And they have little hats too. This is cute. This is good. This is like going to be a good fusion, I think. Alright, so we're going to have her leg here like that. And I like the little spikes for feet. I'm a fan of that. The manga's called Pokemon Rebirth. What? That's cool. I'm most probably gonna check that out after. Do they still look human when they transform, or are they like anthropomorphic? Like, do they look like half Pokemon, half human hybrids? Because I'm a huge like anthro fan. I like monsters and creatures and extraterrestrials. I like all of that. But if you found my Pokemon illustration, then you probably you probably know that I like that sort of thing. Let's give her 5 fingers, like a human. Hybrids like a Pokemon Gaijinka. Oh, darn. Yeah. Yeah. why I like a lot of the more human Pokemons too. Alright, now let's see for her hair. I really like that drill that she seems to have in her hair up there. There we go, so she's got some little drill aspects on her feet. And she looks like a showgirl in stockings, so let's give her that too. She's got big eyelashes. I'm for sure gonna give her the hat that she has as Morgan, but I'm gonna make it all small and cute like the little crown that she's wearing. And I'll put it on this side. I love small little hats. They're so cute. Oops. I don't know if I should give her ears, so let's just start off by giving her this hair whoosh. And I'm gonna try and make it into a drill. Okay, and she's got like the other pieces too. Which will also be a drill. Alright, now for her gloves. Seems like Morgan's got this piece that comes up here like this, and it goes all the way in. So I'll do the same thing on both sides here. There we go. So we'll give her those big anime style drill curls everywhere. That'll work with this Serena style. Oh, actually, I think that her hair should be way bigger. No. It's cute. It looks like she's like a little mini combat fighter. Let's make those go in like this. And now for her top. More like Morgan's. Alright, I think that's a good enough rough sketch. Now I can do a regular sketch on top of this. Just lower the opacity a little bit. Maybe not that much. There we go. And I'm going to start with the face, because I always love starting with the face. Oh, and I'm going to save, because it's always good to save. So who's your favorite Pokemon? Is it Serena and Florges? Florges? I don't know how to pronounce her name. I don't watch the cartoon, and I'm sure she's in it. And that's the only way you can truly find out how they say their name properly. It's weird, when I was younger, I used to think it was like, when Pokemon first came out, I used to think it was really dumb that all they said was their names. And now all I want is that in a new game. Like, I'm hoping the new game coming out for the Switch, they'll actually say their names. That'd be so cool. I guess it's just cool because even though I thought it was lame when I was a kid, Nintendo really stuck with it. So it's become such an iconic thing. Let's do her. Determined. Actually, Serena look determined? No, she looks like she doesn't care, just like that girl looks like she doesn't care. Let's give her a I don't really care kind of look. Now she's giving you one of those, like, as if kind of looks. Like, as if you could take her on. That feels like it's Serena style. I'm sad Serena wasn't a fairy type. She should have been a plant fairy for sure. That would have been so perfect. Because just being plant makes it difficult to use. Every time I used her against my friends, I just get beat up super fast. But she was so cool. Being grass, and just grass. That's tough. That's better. I'm not gonna see a mouth. Yeah, that's good. Oh, I'm gonna erase that. She doesn't strike me as somebody that would throw a lot of punches, but I'm gonna have her fist out for balance. Turns out that if you look at the dex entries for Serena and her move pool, it's apparent that they put a dominatrix in the game, given that there's the boots and being able to use power whip. Oh, yeah, of course. Plus she's, like, with her little princess crown and everything. Her whole getup. It definitely screams dominatrix. But Pokemon tries to, like, put in all sorts of things in their games. I mean, she's not the first one to get that kind of treatment. Bring this down like that, so that's like her neck piece that she had, like her little mask that she's wearing. Yeah, that works. Wait a sec. Just look at this for a second. Okay. But yeah, I always loved Serena's design. I think it looks really cool. Let me just look at the zipper she has. It seems almost like it's a little snaky or something. I'm gonna make it... And it looks like there's like a little arrow or something on it, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, that's suggestive. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that. She's got it there. I don't know. I don't know, I'll leave it for now, and if I think of something nicer, I'll change it up. Come on! Ugh. Sometimes I'm just not at the right angle to get that perfect line. Okay, this isn't working. I'm just gonna do that. Just look at her again for a second. This comes down here like this. But I don't want it to do that. Instead, I'm gonna make this go like that, and this connect like this. So it's kind of like her mask is connected into the rest of her costume. So it's like all one piece. I think that'll look cool. Shoulder comes down like that. It's a line that needs to be specific. I'm going to use this tool to get it, so it can be smoother and look nicer. There we go. I liked how it was like sharper. Let's try and do that. Just gonna have her dress popping up around there. I don't like how her fist is coming straight towards us. I mean, I don't mind it coming out, I just don't like how it's coming straight out. Like, I feel like this should be like that. Let's put the other fist here, I mean the other finger here, and then the last one will be here. Bend these in like that. There we go, I think that's gonna look better. Having her hand on an angle like that. This looks much nicer. Ugh. Sorry, just gotta fix my chair a bit. That's better. I have like a pillow under my chair and it always gets loose. Because I slowly like lean closer and closer to the computer screen. Alright. Now what? Let's add this. Definitely draw that better than that. Just make my brush a little smaller. I'm gonna put a line here, but it's gonna be to separate, I guess, the black from the pink that I could put on her mask. If I don't think I'll be coloring it in. I don't know if I have enough time for that. Yeah, that's nice. Before I keep working on this dress, I think I should definitely do her foot. Let's grab another layer. Come on. There we go. I don't like that knee. Actually, let's just keep the bend. I don't think I should draw a knee. Every time I draw it looks kind of weird, and I think it's because I'm looking at the Pokemon and I'm like, well, they don't, like, they have knees, but they're just like little bends. I don't think I should put all the effort in drawing like a super nice knee. Alright, I'm gonna make another layer. And let's start adding this drill effect. There we go. Give her that drill foot. And on top of that, I'm also gonna add little circles to her knee, like candy cane style, on the bottom part of her leg. Fuse those layers together. It's okay. Add a little line there. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I like the extra details like that. Adds more to the dress and the design. Alright, the rest of this looks pretty fine for now. I guess I'll add a couple more spiral pieces there. Knowing that she's kind of a dominatrix, might as well give her some fancy underwear. Right, I think I can connect all these lines now. To erase this though. And maybe this a little bit. Alright. Now to get in on that other leg. And I can start doing the hair. Here, so it's going to come down to about this. She has her knee, and then this will turn into the spike here. Alright. Thick legs on this girl. Chun-Li style, made for kicking. Layer instead. I can just erase what I need afterwards. And it won't erase the leg. I have to erase some of that leg here. I guess here. Alright, let's see what we got so far. to make the line art on this leg just a little thicker around the outside, so that way it really feels like it's popping out towards us, the viewer. Add a little line there. Alright, I'm going to clean up her hand a little. Put too many lines there and it just doesn't feel as smooth as I would like it to. Now I can add a couple of thicker lines around it so it pops out a bit more. There we go. Alright, now let's get her hair and her dress in there. Oh yeah, it's on a different layer, so it's okay. I'm just gonna fix up on my own. I like that to this to connect like that. That's nice. I want this to really get in there like that. That looks about right. Let's just make this pop out a little more, like this. Have it behind this one a bit. I don't think I need this line here. Alright. Alright, let's get that hair in there. Come on. So if you don't mind my asking, Flashcat, why did you choose Morgan from Pokemon? That's a very unique character. It's not something that you see very often, so I'm just curious. I just think she and the battle chatlines are very underlooked. Appearance-wise, they're one of my favorite characters. Yeah, a lot of them look really nice. It's funny how Pokemon will put so much work into designing certain things. Well, not just Pokemon, but like a lot of games and a lot of things like that will put a lot of effort into making certain things look really pretty that I wonder, like, the designer themselves, what they think afterwards, if they're like, oh, no one's gonna see this. What a shame. Like, a lot of the time in my own comic, like, I draw my own comic book, and in it, I do so many details, and like little ones where I'm like, man, no one's gonna ever notice that. But I do it anyway. Or I'll put a lot of work into designing a certain character that you're only gonna see for a super short period of time. it like this. Oh, I can get rid of my sketch now. I don't need this anymore. Now I'm just adding some lines because I like to imagine, like, I won't be coloring it, but I like to imagine that it would be the same kind of lines you'd find on Morgan's dress. So it'd be like green and black, but maybe green and pink, or black and pink, or I don't know, something that would mix well. Mix well with the two. Now to sign it, because I always forget. All right. Like that. Just erase this right here. All right, one Chatlin Morgan mixed with Serena. Now for my classic end of the show marketing. If you'd like access to any of the sketches that I've done today or throughout all my other live streams for the month of February, you just have to follow me on my Patreon account for $3 a month, and I give you all my sketches that I do, including like if I have any pinups that I've done that month, I throw them in there too as well. If you don't want to get like follow every month with a subscription, because some people don't like subscriptions, I also have my Gumroad page, and I'll make like a package at the end of the month that has all the drawings from that package as well. If you'd like to read my comic book, it's free and it's on Webtoons. All of these links are all in the descriptions. If you would like me to do a large commission or super big illustration, not like a sketch one, something like this, then just message me on any of the platforms and we can talk pricing. I don't have like a fixed price for my commissions. I kind of go all over the place depending on what you want. Like if there's not a lot of detail, or if it's like a Pokemon like character, I never would charge as much as if somebody asked me to draw like a Transformer, because Transformer would take me so much more time. So I don't like to give like a fixed price. So I always tell people just to message me and I'll give you a price based off of that. If you just want a sketch like I did today and you want me to spend a whole hour doing a sketch just for you, I do offer things on my Gumroad page where you can like purchase a guaranteed one and I'll spend an hour drawing your character or whatever you want me to draw. Of course, there's a chance that you could get a drawing like that for free too if you follow me on my live streams, because of course I don't always have like a million people following me every day and I kind of go on randomly. The only times it's like a guarantee that I'm going to be on is on Tuesday nights. So Tuesday night from 7 to 8 o'clock Eastern time zone, and I'm online. I'm going to be online and I'm willing to draw like whatever, and it's always the guarantee that I'm going to be on at that time. Whereas like with my other, like the rest of the week, I normally stream like maybe 3 times, maybe 4 times a week, and it's kind of random. Like, it's no guarantee when I'm going to be on and stuff like that. Alright. If you want to, I'll show off maybe a couple of the other drawings I've done this month. So I have like this Chatlin Morgan Serena. I have this mix of Jinx and Perona from One Piece. I have Scream from, like, the Scream symbiote from Venom mixed with Mina from My Hero Academia. I did a Shutin from Fate fused with Final Fantasy XV's Mechanic. I have a Dragon Girl or Dragon Lady original character someone had wanted me to do. I have a Chun-Li mixed with a Zuka from Evangelion. And then I have someone else's original character, but in the same clothing as the school uniform that my characters from my comic book wear when they go to school. So, have a super awesome day, and I will see you next time. Take care. Looks great. Thanks, Flash.